People are still moving to Houston by the thousands, but here is what nobody is talking about. Some of the Houston suburbs that exploded during the COVID area real estate boom are starting to cool off, and in some places, people are actually leaving or rethinking where they want to live. And no, this is not some Houston crash video. What is actually happening is way more interesting. So in today's video, we're gonna break down which Houston suburbs are softening, why some buyers are leaving, where people are moving instead, and what this means if you're relocating to Houston in 2026. And if you are thinking about moving to Houston, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We help people relocate every single day. All of my contact information is located in the description below. All right, first let's zoom out and take a look at the bigger picture. Houston itself is still growing. Greater Houston added over 126,000 people last year alone. So people are not abandoning Houston, but what is happening is people are becoming way more selective about which suburbs they choose. And honestly, a lot of that started during the COVID area housing boom. During 2020 through 2022, mortgage rates were incredibly low. Buyers were moving to suburbs like Katy, Fulshear, Cypress, Pearland in huge numbers. Home values skyrocketed. People were prioritizing bigger spaces, bigger homes, new construction, home offices, master planned communities. But fast forward to today, where mortgage rates are much higher, property taxes are on the increase, insurance costs are climbing, and people are having return to the office and commute times are becoming a reality again. And so this is having a lot of buyers ask the question, do I still want to live this far out? All right, let's start with Katy because this is probably the best example of what's happening right now. Now, before the comments explode, Katy is still one of the most desirable suburbs in Houston, Texas. It's got great schools, amazing master plan communities, new construction everywhere, restaurants, shopping, and a family-friendly lifestyle. People still love Katy, but here's the issue. Some parts of Katy have become extremely expensive very quickly during the boom years. When you combine things like higher home prices, higher property taxes, higher HOA fees, mud taxes, and higher interest rates, monthly payments are exploding and they're getting bigger than people ever expected. And then there's the reality of the commute. A lot of buyers moved far west during the COVID area because they only had to go to the office maybe one day a week. Now some companies are requiring in-office work daily, and people are realizing, wow, this drive is brutal, especially if you work downtown, in the medical center, the Galleria, or the energy corridor during peak traffic. And that's causing some buyers to rethink moving to Katy, Texas. One of the biggest mistakes people make when relocating to Houston, Texas is thinking that Houston is one housing market. It is not. Houston is made up of hundreds of micro markets. And right now, some of the suburbs are definitely softer than they were 2 or 3 years ago. What we're seeing right now in the market is more inventory, longer days on market, more price reductions, and buyers having negotiating power again. That is a huge change from the bidding war insanity we saw just a few years ago. And some of the areas where we're seeing really soft pricing at are parts of Katy, Missouri City, Pearland, and some of the Sugar Land zip codes. But here's the thing. These are the same markets that exploded in value during the COVID area low rate boom. So what we're seeing now is simply a market normalization. Okay, so where are people moving instead? Some buyers are rethinking Katy, Pearland, Sugar Land. Where are they going instead? The answer is a lot of cases they're moving farther out in search of affordability and newer homes. Some of the areas that we're seeing huge growth in are Brookshire, Waller, Hockley, Magnolia, Crosby, Huffman. A lot of this comes down to price. In these areas, buyers still can afford larger homes, new constructions, homes at lower price points, They have modern amenities and sometimes even lower tax rates compared to some of the other more established suburbs. So what does this all mean if you're moving to Houston, Texas? Honestly, it means strategy matters more than ever. For buyers, this is actually a much healthier market than the craziness we saw just a few years ago. You can negotiate again. You can compare areas carefully, and you don't have to waive every contingency just to get into a house. For sellers, always remember the 3 P's matter more than ever: preparation, pricing, and presentation. Overpriced homes are sitting on the market. Buyers are cautious, and homes that are move-in ready are standing out from all the others. So are people leaving the Houston suburbs? In some cases, yes. But the bigger story is that people are becoming much more intentional about affordability, commute times, insurance costs, taxes, and long-term lifestyle. And honestly, it's reshaping the Houston suburbs faster than most people realize. If you're thinking about relocating to Houston, Texas, and want help figuring out which suburb is right for your family and fits your lifestyle, I'd love to help you. All of my contact information is located in the description below. If you found this video helpful, please like it and share it with somebody who may be looking to move to the suburbs of Houston, Texas. We'll see you on the next video.